Hi everybody, you made it to the final installment of our top 5 listings of 2024. And in a little bit, you're gonna see why this one takes the number 1 spot. So many reasons. It was really a great listing and a great story all around. So it was 314 Glenthistle, which is part of the Highland Woods condominiums in Madison. So what's really cool about these condominiums is they are standalone houses. And in a very wooded area. So as soon as you go into this neighborhood, you feel like you're in your own little private retreat, private oasis, which is really, really cool. And we listed it at $550,000. And at the time that we were listing, there had been no other condos that had sold in that association in over a year. There was another one that was about to go active right before ours that was listed in the upper 400s, around 480,000 if I remember correctly. And but that one was smaller, and that one actually had a shared wall. So it shared one wall with another condo, and ours was completely standalone. So at 550, had we sold it right at 550, it actually would have broken the record for highest sale in that condo association, which would have been really cool. And so we had all the photos taken, and we were all ready to hit. We actually did hit the market for a day. Showings were going to start in a couple days, and we had a bunch of showings lined up. And remember, we had that other condominium that was going to hit the market right before ours, and I was told it got very, very competitive, and it sounded like they got right around the list price we were planning to list at, right around 550. Obviously didn't know until after it closed. It did end up closing at 550, but I had a pretty good idea from talking to one of the people that missed out. Hey, we wrote at, I think 540 or 545, and they missed out, so they assumed that it went for 550. So, so we hit the market at 550. We've got 8 or 9 showings set up for the first day. And I get this call from an agent saying, hey, we really want to write a sight unseen offer. And typically this late in the game, you already have the photos, you already have a bunch of showings lined up. I typically tell the clients, hey, look, let's just let everybody see it. And if they are still really excited about it, let's have them, they can write an offer at that time. And so I was on the phone with the sellers telling them this when the agent says, have them give us a number, any number. And so I talked to one of the sellers, and they were like, well, let's have them go 75K above list. And then the second seller was like, well, what's the highest you've ever sold above list? And I said, well, in 2021, when the market was insane competitive, I had 2 listings that sold 125K above list. And so they said, okay, at 125K above list, $675,000, that is the price that we would sell right now and not even have a single showing. And so I told the buyer's agent that, and lo and behold, the next morning, here comes in this offer at $675. But of course, I've got to do my job as an agent and check in with all the other people that had scheduled showings for the next morning and just make sure they didn't have a buyer that was willing to give an obscene amount of money for this place. And after calling everybody, one of the groups that did miss out on that previous condo seemed like they were pretty interested and would have gone well above ask. But without seeing it, certainly wasn't willing to go. And of course, I can't give the details of the offer either, so that makes it complicated. But it didn't sound like they were gonna approach the offer that we had in hand based on the number she was kind of giving me. So we accepted the offer. They did, per contract, tour it. So they did get a chance to see it, and they did really, really love it. They were very excited. And so yeah, we ended up selling for $125,000 above the list price, 23% above list price. Ended up breaking the condo association record by over 100,000, all sight unseen. And I helped them purchase that condo for $405,000 back in 2019. So in just 5 years, $270,000 in equity, which is pretty awesome. But what made this even more awesome is that this group they were my first clients. So like when I got my license, For those of you that know me well, I actually got my license because I thought I would use it to just simply buy properties for myself. And they reached out to me and they became my first client, where after I closed on my first property, I was kind of my first client. They reached out and I helped them get a rental property, which the reason they were selling this condo is they were actually moving out of state. So when I sold their condo, I actually also helped them sell one of their remaining rental properties. I helped them get. I actually helped them get another rental property, which I sold for them 2 years ago, if I'm remembering correctly. And so we started, one of the sellers told me, he's like, I'm pretty sure with the equity and the cash flow, we made well over $500,000 with you in the 6 years that we did this with you. And lo and behold, I kind of just did a little back of the napkin math, and it was, if you count the equity gain, the cash flow on the rental properties, and the principal pay down, over $650,000 in about 6.5 years. So it was really, really incredible. They were able to move out to California because of this, and the fact that they trusted me 7 times to help them buy or sell real estate, and I was able to help them achieve their goals so many different times that they were able to, when they had a job offer, an opportunity out in California, that they were like, hey, I think we're in a position where this can make sense for this, or make sense for them. I'm just so glad that I was able to be part of that and help make that happen for them. So this is why I got into real estate, which is part of what makes it such a good story, is changing people's lives through real estate, helping people achieve their goals and the lifestyle they want. And couldn't have happened to a better couple and better family. I've known them a long time, and just really happy. Sad again that they had to leave the area. I wish they were closer. At the same time, super happy that we were able to have the outcome we did. So anyways, that was the #1 listing of 2024. And we're really excited for 2025. We would love to help anybody and everybody that big or small, even if it's not a sale, even if it's just somebody who's just looking for a little guidance or looking for a connection to someone that can help them out. We'd love to be that resource. So, by all means, reach out and continue to follow us in 2025. We really appreciate the support. Thank you so much. And thanks for watching our countdown this year.